For now, where is the link? I don't know. Where will be the link? I think you can copy that.
I'm on your channel right now, so I don't see. Oh, here we go. Okay, now that looks good. I think we are live. Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Just posted it. Is it hard to share faces with this thing? Like on Discord, if you just go to the face view, it's pretty easy to do that, right?
Yeah, you can share your camera, but it will be pretty hard to show the VS Code and your
Yeah,
webcam
yeah, yeah.
for
I get
same
that.
time
Yeah,
on the OBS.
yeah. I guess I was just curious on how that would go here. Let me try to turn on camera for a second.
You can turn on your camera, and I think that will appear as a pop-up. No, didn't.
That was weird. Like, I was just curious what it would look like on YouTube. Like, if that, like, if the quality would be bad or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
So are you just seeing the VS Code in the?
I can see your Discord and everything like that on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So yeah, what I was doing is that I was writing some tests for the users. So instead of just keeping the test.py file, I just deleted that and made a folder and initialized the init.py like a render method. So basically a constructor. And so what these files will do, so all of these files should have the name like starting with test and underscore, and after that you can put any name at the end, and obviously .py. And then after that you have to import your API test case, which will be, I think, what do we call that, inheritance. This will be inherited by every test class, and obviously we need some status to check what was the end result and API client. So this will be the, so have you done ever done like API testing?
You know,
Use
Praveen, I am such an amateur when it comes to that. I have never written Django tests extensively. Like, I've usually been more of like a solo coder. So,
mm-hmm,
yeah, that is like one area. I remember when I was talking to Justin Mitchell on his stream,
mm-hmm.
he was so shocked that I've never done it. It just never really came up.
I am
Yeah.
writing test for first time and this is mumble.
You're saying this is your first time writing test?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. So I'm learning from an amateur.
Yes.
That's funny.
So
Hey, we
this,
learned together then. So
yeah.
what's your main purpose here? What are you testing, I guess? What are you trying to find?
So first of all, these are three files. So here in this, we will be testing like database, everything working good in database or not. And in URLs, what we were trying to do is that if that like we call this using like we copy the users, and in urls.py we paste it here. Like we access this URL via doing this and adding a colon at in between, like in Django templates, like Jinja pattern. And so the URL will be this, and so basically what Django do is take a reverse of that URL. So we are just doing is manually, and we have to import that. So in templates this is already imported, and reversed URL and check. And that when we were like inheriting this class, so we have a self.client, so which will act as a I think as a client, obviously, as it says. And so we can do a get method to that URL, and there will be a response. So simple. And as you have you ever done this assert?
You're talking what are you referring to exactly?
Like we are checking assert 1 is equal to 1, this will return true.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean I've seen it. I've never done it before.
Yeah, I also have never done that.
So okay, so I guess I know you did try to explain it here, but the main purpose right here. So in this case, we're testing the user's
So
URL, and this is to get all the Django users. So when we run a test, it seems like the way I was kind of studying test is uh, you run a test, and basically before you launch your application, it goes ahead and triggers each test. So it makes sure all the URLs are returning, that they're returning correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just basically giving you like an okay or not okay
Yep.
status, right?
Yep. So what
What about routes that require like a
arguments?
token or something like that? Let's say,
Yep. In
yeah,
the
like well, let's say like an access token. Yeah.
yeah, and if you go to like, so that's the Django REST framework test API with argument. No.
Yeah, because that's what confused me is like how would you send an access token via test, because you would need to request a token first, right? Like a token could be expired, it could be inactive or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. So how would you test a route like, let's say,
I studied
a
that
user
here.
setting,
Mm-hmm.
like user information for, like, let's say you're trying to update your profile, so you want to update or check one of those routes.
Yep. So this is as you can see if I enlarge my screen from REST framework import dot models import tokens and API clients, and we get the token for that user and initialize our client, and we can send the credentials via, and
Oh,
we can add here bearer token and token dot key. We will, that's how we can send a token, and by just running that we can see what are the credentials we are sharing with I mean with this client, and it will return some response, and based on that response we can just assert them and check them if they were successful or not.
okay. Hey, by the way, Praveen, are you it looks like on YouTube you have a different screen than on Discord. I just realized. It seems like on YouTube that's the correct one. Would you be
uh,
able to share the correct screen on Discord? It looks like you're in your backend code right now.
on YouTube.
Yeah, so on YouTube you're on the Django REST Framework website, and then on Discord, yeah, on Discord I see this. Okay, so that looks correct now.
Yep, that a little bit lag.
Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, it was. I'm not sure if it was a lag or not, but
Mhm. That was just a lag, I think. So in
okay, yeah,
Python
it
we
looks good
have
now.
this assert. So we gave two argument with assert. One is this and one is this. We put both double equal to, and this will return true if they will be equal, and this will throw some error if they will be not equal to, like just a opposite of try except. And this class have self dot assert equal, which will do this same, and it will not take any equal double equal to arguments. So instead of it will take a two arguments and compare them. If they will be equal to, if they will be equal, then it will say okay, and else it will raise some issue, like you can say python manage.py test users. So if you run that, then you will have some okay that these were fine, profiles were created, but this will return a assertion error because the response of, or you can say the status code of that URL was not equal to 200, but we wanted that, so that's a error.
Did
So
you just
we,
trigger both tests?
yeah, I just triggered all of them.
Oh, okay, got you. I didn't see how you did that. That's what I was
I
trying to
just
catch.
did the
Your
like
command line, right? Okay, so
manage
Python manage.py test users. Okay.
test command, and then which module or app you want to test. So this will go into the directly test files and run all of the files. So here in views.py we have some already. So what the hell, so we have this already one class in which firstly we are setting up some configuration for our test, in which firstly we create a user which will be this, and we are assigning the test to that class, and secondly we are also going to create as another user for that test, so that this user can follow this user. And in that this one we are just making initializing our client and authentication sorry, forcefully authenticating it, and grabbing the count it have before, like before making a request to that URL, how many followers were they, and after making request how many followers were there. I mean, how many followers did he had. So we are just now comparing before, or I mean, after. This is just wrong. Before, before, no, and after there will be always a one increase, and at the end we are just checking the HTTP response status code. Does this give you any idea?
Sorry, were you? I was just on. I had to check my phone for something. What were you asking? You're talking about. You were saying, does that make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a it's funny. Like I said, I feel like an amateur, but it's kind of gibberish to me at this point. I'm getting the concept, but exactly how it's working is it's kind of crazy.
So
Does
it
this use like how does it store this information? Like you're creating a user, right? Is this all in memory or does it make like a temporary
so
SQLite database?
what it do is it creates a temporary test database. So if you look at
Oh, I
the,
see.
so if you run
Is that
again
SQLite or is that something else?
SQLite, that's
Yeah,
known as
that's kind of what I
test
figured.
users dot what, test only test. If you run that, it will create database, like
Ah, I
where
see.
the
Okay.
database alias in default, and after finishing everything it will destroy that test database.
I see. Yeah, see, this is where I guess where I struggled. It always seemed like such a big task to learn all of this,
Mm-hmm.
and over just writing it and manually testing. I see the advantages for sure, but especially when we're working as a team to run these kind of tests. But I always struggled with like, okay, do I really need to learn all this? And I think the answer is yes,
Mm-hmm.
but I just always had a struggle with putting this much time into it.
Yeah, so when you're working on a team, so another person can work on that if he really wants to. Also, if you're working as a solo developer, then you really don't need to work on test.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it seems like, I mean, even then I can see benefits, but yeah, that's where it seems like it's definitely the most beneficial.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a waste of time.
So
But for when we are launching something like big, and then we obviously need some test, and for making also obviously a good impression. So others will know that we have also have done test and automated test and unit test. This is a just, I think, a fancy thing or to do. It really doesn't even matters mostly, but when you're doing like enterprising stuff, then some people refer to this, like, have you done unit testing, have you done this, have you done this.
yeah, definitely. So we're testing the user followers, user viewing the users, and then he show or then also registration.
Hmm.
Okay. What
So
was your main resource for learning this? Where you follow this? Are you going into the Django documentation?
yeah, I learned most of the thing from Django documentation. So for first time, like, Django docs were really overwhelming for me, and then when I learned enough for the, like, when I learned enough, and then I thought, yeah, that's good, the documentation is really nice.
Yeah, that's funny. That's the way I was too. Like I think Django probably has some of the best documentation. Maybe React also. I
Hmm.
mean, it's amazing, but from the first time, it is a little bit overwhelming. And I think that's anytime you're learning something completely
Yeah,
new,
when I started
it's
Django,
hard without context. Yeah,
yep.
without context, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You know?
for first time it was very overwhelming. I was like, well, I have to learn all of these. Damn, that was really going over from my head. And after learning all of that, I was thinking like, why should not I try Django docs to learn more and more things. So what I also learned here about, like, Django, have you ever worked with Django, like location stuff getting, hmm, where did that,
Django location stuff in which way? Like geolocation or?
Geo Django, sorry, Geo Django.
Yeah, I've done something at that point, or something with that. I had to build out, or in that system that I did for my last job, I had to build out something that where users can upload data, and we always needed to know where that data was from. So we always
Mm-hmm.
had to do that. I don't remember if it was Geo Django. I know I use Google Maps for that, but yeah. Someone's saying we're going late into the night. What time is it there, Praveen? It's still Sunday night or
It
Saturday
is
night, right?
3 p.m. Sorry, 3 a.m. of the night.
Oh man. Someone say, yeah, we're going late. For me, it's midday.
Yeah,
It's 5:16 p.m. So that's Star Always Productions commented that. I'm just responding to his post or their post.
still midday here, store always. What was his message? I didn't see.
Oh, he just retracted it. I'm not sure. Or I guess they. I'm not sure
Yeah,
who that is.
it's 3
But
a.m. here.
3 a.m. there, 5 p.m. here. So you're already into Sunday. Sunday morning.
Yeah, we are
Oh,
son.
Ujwal's here.
That was me, my
He's
account.
also in the chat.
That was usual. So this might be
Wait,
boring
what?
stuff for them. It is
Did you say
9:60.
that's your other account? I don't get it.
That was my other account. Usual said that.
You. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. I thought like you run his YouTube account. I was like, what the
No.
heck? Medi is 9:16 p.m. Where's Medi from? I think I asked him at some point. I can't remember.
I
Medi, where
think
are
he
you
was
from
from
too?
Morocco. Or
Morocco? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. It's like a 5 hour difference from.
I don't
Well, no,
really.
that's more than 5 hours.
I'm not sure, but Maddie, you can put your country name in the comments.
Yeah. Put your country name, your address, your street name. I'm kidding.
Street name. We
We
are
want to
gonna
know where you
send.
live.
We are gonna send some COVID stuff to your street.
Hey, who updated the logo on Oh, I
Discord.
just realized the logo is different on Discord. Yeah, like the I noticed the Doge House logo and our logo was like this like purple shade over it. And it looked kind of cool actually.
Yeah, Maddie did
I'm
that.
assuming because Medi runs Doge House too, the Discord server.
No, that was I think Discord birthday uh
Oh,
on 13, I think, and due to that, so they were just a kind of a movement to change a logo for every server on the Discord, and
oh,
they basically do it is they call as a blurple or something like that.
gotcha. Yeah, well, Medi's a beast when it comes to the Discord server. He is way ahead of me.
Yeah,
He's killing
it was
it.
discussed.
Ujjwal says that would be some quiet delegation if Praveen ran my channel.
Yeah, you can send me your ID password. I will
Okay,
do
let me
live on
distract
both
you.
of the channel.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go live with Cody on my channel. We were supposed to go live this morning, but man, I'm like,
Mm-hmm,
I have not been sleeping the last few days. So I woke up at 5 a.m. and texted him.
mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I can't do a stream today. I'm too tired.
What was
So
the
we might end up doing
topic
that tomorrow
for?
morning. Well, he put out a course on full stack web development. So I figured Cody's been contributing so much to the Mumble project. I wanted
Mm-hmm,
to give him a chance to, guess give him some more exposure. So we were going to just talk about full stack development,
mm-hmm.
maybe break down his course and just go into some side topics. I don't know, something more casual.
I ha
So like,
mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, I also had a script to make a video for going full stack development. I just
Oh, no
finished
way.
last night. That was just a casual note course introduction. I was just going to talk or make content for this channel so that people can come and they obviously can see some stuff there, not just a subscribe empty channel.
Yeah, you're filling it up with a little bit now. Let's see, you got 3 videos, right? Yeah, 3 videos, full stack Django.
Yeah, the game stuff are hidden now.
I'm excited to speed up the Mumble server and fix those static images.
Yeah.
This project's starting to look really cool just from aesthetics. So it looks amazing.
So now we are gonna make test for user profile. Oh, sorry, not user profile update. So in that we can just take a self argument, obviously will, and then URL will be. Oh,
So
what was
if
that?
you can, Praveen, can you walk me through these steps here? You're starting up with you're writing a new test, right, to get the user profile,
Yeah,
and
I'm
that's in account test. So you
so.
have one class and a
Mm-hmm.
for each one. Okay.
So
Yeah.
this is the main class, and this will run whenever we do run the test command. So this setup command will basically set up all of these things which will be requirement for other test. So for
Okay.
this, for URLs, we don't need any type of requirement or users or something. But we all we want is just check if there was URL was successful or not, and what was their response or what were their um, function related to them, so that we can compare here to them if they were equal or not. And
Gotcha. Okay.
if I
You start
go,
with a URL. Obviously,
yep.
we always have to trigger a path. So
Hmm.
we go from the URL, and then you did reverse URL. What's that supposed to? What's the purpose here?
So this will
Right under
do
URL.
like, uh, here I have this. So what this will do is, this will do API slash users slash, what was the users, I think. No, I think this will go to the that, I mean plain. So if we check the URLs, then we have nothing here. So what we were doing here is, obviously, you know that, API slash users. So this will return this value.
It'll return. Oh, okay. So it's just grabbing the URL, basically parsing it.
Yeah, we are just calling that we are with reverse, so we don't have
Okay.
to manually put that. So passing
Yeah, yeah.
argument is also very easy when you do this reverse stuff in testing. So when you
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, when you hard code something, it is really difficult to like pass argument like Praveen profile something. It is really
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah.
You have to put like formatted string and do some like this API.
So, Ujwal is asking where in India you're from. Is this Praveen? Where are you from? Like, where in India?
Okay, I didn't see that. Praveen, where are you from? India, like where in India? I am from Punjab.
I'll watch your chat for you.
Huh?
I said I'll watch the chat so you don't have to be distracted.
Yeah, I
What
am
part?
from
Where did you
India.
say?
Obviously from India, but I am from Punjab.
Gotcha. All right, there you have it, Ujwal.
So firstly, we reverse that. So whenever you are writing some functions for tests, so you obviously always have to name the test like you do in some serializers. Get. So so this is a special function, and in URL, so you have to write test, and then you can write whatever you want. So for user profile update, uh,
So you make the call, you set the URL, you parse that URL with reversed URL or
mhm,
reverse. You get the response, so self.client, get
mhm.
URL,
So now
and then oh, I
we
gotta
know
update
that.
that stupid profile picture. My static files are screwed up. I totally forgot about that. That's such a rookie way of doing that. Well, I was working on it so fast. I was like, you know what? I don't have time to make everything perfect, so I just hard coded the string static in there.
Mhm. Yeah,
This
that
is
work for now. We don't actually need to show
yeah,
something fancy. We
yeah. I
just
mean,
want
with a lot
stuff
of
for.
people looking at the project, somebody will fix it or raise a PR. So you get the response, and then assert equal resolved reverse URL dot func users. Okay, basically, so the last two, I'm looking at test underscore users
Mm-hmm.
underscore URL. The last two lines is where I guess like I'm seeing what's happening from line 13 to 15, but line 16 to 18 or 17. So
Mm-hmm.
assertion equals, that's what you talked about. You're looking for something to actually match here.
Yeah, assertion equal will do. Will compare if they were both were equal or not. So what you can do
Oh, I
here
see.
is you can just print that out and check what's that dot form. So basically you can print this, and if you go test that, I think it will throw some errors for now. Oh yeah, we
Are
did.
these considered unit tests in Django, by the way? I'm trying to
Yep.
find the best documentation for it. So unit test. Okay, so I just searched that up. I'm reading through the docs real quick here.
So that's
Any other mumble people in the chat here? I'm not sure if Mehdi or Ujwal are still in here. If you guys are, comment in the chat section.
I think don't know. So whenever we do this URLs, if we go to the URLs, we just printed out that, and here is the result match. We got our function value. What was the function like in users views? That was the follow user. So we put here follow user, we just imported that manually, and if compare if that was the function which was related to that. So if that was related to that, then it will do nothing, else it will return a assertion error like this.
Okay. I'm trying to break everything
So
down.
reversed URL, now we can print that out here. Profile was created, so we can now remove that one, and instead here we can print what was that. So for profile picture update, this is the view which was related to the users, and we can access this via .func, and let's give it a self dot sort equal func which was related to that profile pic update, and now we can import that. And let's see, let's comment that out. And what, yep, ran 6 test, failed one. Which one was failed? I don't know. Let's go to the URLs, and yeah, that's a
Line 27, right?
class-based view, so we don't have to use func. Instead we have to use okay, let's see what the hell it returns.
Well, you're still using Punk, right?
Yeah,
Don't you need to
that's
comment that
so.
out?
Let's run that again. So
Okay, that looks good, right?
uh
Yeah.
yeah, reversed URL, no, we don't want to, we want to resolve that. Yeah, so now okay, this is also doing .func, but okay, let's give it a try. Resolve of that reverse URL and compare that to this one. So instead of, oh, we don't use func. Yeah, so instead of
We're
func,
getting it.
what if we do class? Okay, okay, class will not work. Okay, so where is the Google?
The Google.
Django class based view assertion.
Are you more of a function-based view or a class-based view person?
Function based view.
Yeah. My only problem with class-based views is they make you do everything their way. Like,
Abstraction.
just feels, yeah, I just feel so limited. Which I'm like, if I'm writing code, I mean, I love the idea, the simplicity, like
Mm-hmm.
specifically for like password reset and all that. But the second you want to customize it, you have to learn exactly how that class-based view works. Like, you have to go to the documentation. But if
Mm-hmm.
with a function-based view, I can just basically write clear Python.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you also have an idea of like what exactly happening in there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, you can do that with class-based views, but you have to just understand all the docs. Like, it's there's just so much more learning.
Yeah, there is so much learn. You have to learn like what the get function do, get query set, get context, and what the hell, when you can just create a
Yeah.
dictionary and send that to template.
So Ujwal just said unit tests are so important. I never wrote tests. Like usually we don't do that in personal projects, but they are a common industry requirement. I have been rejected many times for this. Yeah, that's exactly been my experience. It's like something that I've never even like really found a need for. Something that delays my project, but virtually everywhere you go, they're going to be asking you about about testing or test driven development and all that, and I just run into roadblocks. Surprisingly for me, like I've noticed it be mentioned, but I never really saw it, or it's never really been like a roadblock itself. Like every interview that I took, I
Mm-hmm.
was able to get past it. Like they're like, okay, that's something that we can clear up, but it was always a priority,
Mm-hmm.
which shocked me. But yeah, like I said, it's the team environment.
Yeah, so this can be edge for me. I know tests.
Huh.
Profile picture dot as view term we call that. KB to copy so small things. I think that should work. Nah, I saw the whenever you like use class-based view, you always have to deal with something different. So when you
In what
use
way?
in in here we can't just use like dot as view just to test it out, and it is not doing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So all the other ones are for function-based views, right?
Yep.
The other tests that you have. Okay, let me try to see this. So I'm just going through the core documentation right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna see how they wrote it because usually the documentation is actually more focused on class or function-based views, anyways. But maybe
Yep.
they'll see something. Okay, let's see. We'll go to the index here. Let's see request response views and templates. No.
Actually, now here where's the problem come. We are giving
You found it?
same name to both different URLs. Like here, profile
Which
update
line?
14 and 15. So that's why it is not picking up. File update 40.
Oh, no way. So the names, yeah, and we probably didn't run into that issue because we are
Where you just
not hard coding the
Ajax.
URL, but yeah, 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 exactly. That makes sense. That's funny. Yeah, anytime I'm creating an API, sometimes it's like, well, I guess now is a reason to use the naming convention, but
Yep.
I actually sometimes don't even use it. I use it more out of habit than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that usually happens probably because I copied and pasted something or somebody did. I don't remember who made that was Cody maybe. Like I'll copy and paste a path and then I'll just modify it.
Yeah. So, profile picture update, and here I think that
So
let's give this a try.
so Praveen, you're a vampire. You code at night and sleep during the day, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. I've worked a night job before and I do not sleep during the day. It sucks. So basically if I work at night and day comes around, I'm just still up and tired. If the sun's out, I can't sleep.
Mm. Yeah, I just woke up whole night and I slept about around 10 a.m. in the morning and
So
sleep till 5 or 6 p.m. at the afternoon or evening.
jeez. So what time do you go to sleep? You said 10 a.m. you go to sleep?
10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, so this is like midday for you or evening for you. Three?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's more like midday. You
So
slept
what's the
for a
time there
couple of hours.
when I go to sleep? So reverse for not found. I just didn't found that. I think we. Okay, let's
So
test
Praveen, I'm
for
probably
this.
gonna end up. I'm probably gonna end up going then. I need to get to
Mhm.
work on my project. I gotta do something with it, or I won't feel productive.
Yeah, okay,
So
you can go for now.
cool. All right. Well, hi to everyone in the chat. Medi, usual. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see who else was there.
Okay.
I'm sure that they're probably still in it, so I guess I'll just say bye for now. But yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for coming here.
No problem.
We'll see ya
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye bye. So what we have to do for now, like we reverse that URL profile update, test profile update, and URL by Dennis. And now what we have to do, I think, Ujjwal, where are you from? Like in India? So reverse that, and I think this should work for now. What the hell? Yeah, let's do it for now. Yeah, that's the energy. Why don't you go to sleep? Noida. Okay. नोएडा में क्या हालचाल है कोरोना के? Okay, maybe we'll get the late response anytime. Okay, so users get the profile update and URL. Okay, that's not this one. Alright, why are you running with this? Running 6 test and our test profile update URL test accounts. And what we have to do here is तबाही है बढ़िया बच के रहना बस so reversed URL, so we get the reversed URL and why are we not printing anything? Okay, let's get this 27. Where was the 27 line? uh, okay, let's remove that and now run the test. Oh, you are suffering from COVID? That's really bad. How are you now? Mhm. So, profile update. Why are you not getting that profile update? Reverse that. Reversed of reverse URL. So okay, let me do that. We want resolve. Shit. RESL resolve. We have to do that. Okay, resolve. So when we resolve, we get our user dot func. Self dot sort equal and resolve of that reverse URL dot func, and now that should be equal to damn सारे टीचर्स पॉजिटिव यार ये स्कूल का सिस्टम ऐसा घटिया सा यस यहाँ सब बढ़िया एक्चुअली मैं इधर थोड़ा विलेज एरिया में हूँ तो इधर कोविड का काफ़ी ज़्यादा असर नहीं है प्रोफाइल पिक्चर अपडेट डॉट एस फंक्शन account test testing contest. Okay. Instead, okay, let's remove you and catch up with that. Boop, boop, boop. Hmm. Functions user profile update. Okay, we are going profile update. If we go to the profile update and then we are saying user profile update, okay, then we have to pick, instead of this we have to use user profile update, and here user profile update. Window p the heck, man. Yes, view. Yeah. Pinda wale whatever. I'll catch up. User profile that has viewed and dot function, it should return that. Why it's not returning that? Instead of control KC, let's print that out. And what the hell it will print? So okay, dot func with 0 argument URL name. Are you importing that? So dot func, sorry, not funcs. Function user profile update. Okay, 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 as view. Okay, and now it should run exactly like, why are you not running? Why are you not running? Function. Okay, why are you not running? For user profile update, so this is the same function as we are doing here, then it should return something like true, or obviously not assertion error. True. Profile pic data update URL. So instead of as view, what should we do? Okay, is not equal to class. That makes sense. So what if we do again dot as view? This will make it a function. Then why are you not running? Profile pic update and oh, user profile update. So these both are same. Then this must return true. और सुना भाई usual. अब ठीक है, ज़्यादा असाइनमेंट वगैरह कर ली क्या सारी? Have you done all of your school assignments? Usual. So dot function, I mean, okay, instead of just printing that out, we should go, okay, function and function. This should work now. Why it is not working? So let's catch up on mumble. I'm really having hard time. I have to manually close all of the, not all of the, some of the PRs. Like people are getting offended whenever I close the PR and without being a nice guy. So that's put a lot of pressure on me. All right, semester khatam, बढ़िया. देख क्लास बेस्ड व्यूज की टेस्टिंग। सो मैं भी ये देख रहा हूँ यहाँ पर। So set a view mimic.as view but returns view instance. So use this function to get instance on which you are going to run unit test by using specific method. Okay. Set up view. Still need to feed it a request. You can do Django that does to request factory. Yes. So अभी बताऊँ या फिर लाइव स्ट्रीम खत्म होने के बाद? Like if you're really free, then you can help me. And if you have some work from semester or college and some homework, obviously you will not have some homework if the semester is at the end now. Mm. हाँ, इसे sort करना है. So resolve reversed URL and dot function. Okay, dot function dot as. If we let's try this as view. I think function attribute has no dot as view. अरे नहीं, वो करने की जरूरत नहीं है. वो हम क्या कर रहे हैं ना इसके अंदर की. So what we are trying to do is that just basically comparing what function it's so let me just print that out. Reversed, sorry. So resolve. Okay, let's comment that out and we do test users. So see, okay, we are having like which function it's calling user profile update and with no arguments, URL name, API namespaces, and what was the exact route. Okay, so what we are trying is comparing this to imported this, and there is no role for like get and post method. This is just like matching. If the URL we have provided, then it will returns a function related to that, and once we are importing our function manually and comparing the manually imported function to the URL attached function. Okay. आधी नींद में डिस्कॉर्ड पे मिलते हैं वरना. Yeah, sure. I will catch you up on Discord in the morning. And instead of writing, you sleep for now. I think you can sleep for now. So let's do what was the reversed. So what we are trying to do is just catch up with that. Test users. Okay, print that out. Dot func. Okay. URL name and it should be equal to Academy Omen. What are you doing? Spending some night strike on me? I mean Thor's electricity. Okay, reversed URL. We are getting the reversed URL. And instead of that, I think we should write dot func. Okay, now this will print the user profile function. And I think that should do the job, but why it is not doing? Okay, user profile update. Okay, from here, user profile update. Okay, and user profile update, let's get that and put in here user profile update. That's the same, what a dumb thing I did. And user profile update dot as view. Okay, so now what this will do, instead of doing this Django way, let's do assert. And instead of comma, let's do this. And let's try to catch up that. Nope. Nope. Assert. Why are you not running? Maybe user test URLs. Okay, failed. Which was the user profile update URL. Test. Oh. So this is getting something boring, and let's comment that out and work some more other thing. I will catch that. I will catch that. And I mean, profile update photo. So let's grab this one. And so when you want to make another test, just write the test and name it profile update photo for the URL and self, obviously. And you have to put the URL thing here. What will be the URL? User API, and put the URL. And reverse URL will be reverse, and resolve URL is equal to resolve that dot function. So instead of resolved URL, we can say resolved. Okay, resolve that. So for now, you can just print that out, what was the resolved value. And that's function profile picture update. Okay, and now you can just profile picture update and copy from here, paste in the URLs, and just paste it here. And you can just simply do like that's equal to this or not. False. Yeah, so that's not the thing we are looking for. And actually these are class-based views, and I really don't know how to test the class-based views. Self-load, I will catch up them in the morning. And for that, results. Okay, and now we can comment that out, and let's test about more of the function-based views. Like let me reply. I'm like, hmm so what which is the users, follow users and follow users are done. What is the users? And these are the okay. Let's also test this one, user recommended. And if you go to the URLs and you have to write another test, just make a function and user recommended, and you set the URL self, and what this will do, URL is equal to user API user recommended, and reverse URL is equal to reverse that URL, and resolved is equal to resolved, oh sorry, resolve reverse URL chart function, and now you can print that out, resolve, sorry, resolved, okay, sorry, you can just print that out, resolved. And what was the wrapper API view? What was that? Okay, self.assert self.assert equal, sorry, this, and what the heck, so you can just do the things here, and boom, that's where that's all working. Okay, correct. Boom, baby, we made our successfully tests. किसको ट्राई करूं? So let's make another one. Yours, which is the follow URLs done, and now we are getting user. Now we want some user stuff. Okay, where are the URLs? And if we do def test URL, sorry, user URL, so we have to put self, and URL will be equal to API, and reverse URL is equal to reverse of that URL, and self dot assert equal results resolve dot URL, and what was the function name? It was just a user, and we can just import it here. That's quite something, argument like str username, and how do we pass user argument? Okay, how do we pass some user arguments like how we did in this previous. Okay, so what most of time you do is just copy your own code, like uh, reverse this URL with something like this argument, or you can say test. Yeah, we got it. Hmm, okay, we have completed this test, and what should we do next? What should we do next? User mumble. Okay, user mumble and user mumble. So what this URL is exactly doing? I don't know what to def test user, sorry, user mumbles self and reverse to URL. This is good. Reverse to URL, and now what you have to do, self dot assert equal dot function. And what was that? User mumble. So you just copy that, import it here. So you can just organize them like this if you don't want something cluttery, or you can just do like this and this. Okay, now this looks more cleaner. Ooh, user mumble with no argument found. Okay, we have to do something here. Argument is equal to test. Okay, boom. Now we are actually, whenever you are doing this kind of testing in the REST framework, it doesn't make any sense, but we are just trying to make sure that nothing's left behind. User articles. Now we have to reverse that URL. So instead of reverse, we can just say test. Okay, by the way, what is that? Test is the username for we are getting the name. Okay, and for that self dot sort equal dot function, and what we are just trying to do, if you get the user article, and yo, what's up, Pankaj? So let's test this. Yeah, that worked. Great. And we are just trying to say now password change, def test user password, password change, and reverse that URL. So why I am doing this is just to make sure that all of our URLs are working correctly, and later then, so it doesn't create any mess in the other test. So that's why. Oh, view class, got it. Dot func नहीं होगा ना, func dot view class. Okay, let's give it a try. Func okay. अरे अरे अच्छा, ये इसमें एरर आ गया, जस्ट अ सेकेंड. हाँ, पासवर्ड चेंज. ओके, अब देखते हैं, कुछ एरर नहीं आना चाहिए. पासवर्ड चेंज. That's a kind where YouTube sucks. ओके, पासवर्ड चेंज. पासवर्ड चेंज के अंदर कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट्स नहीं है, सो Why are we passing arguments? Great job, Ujjwal. It's working. Dot view class. Actually ये मैंने कहीं देखा था बट मेरे को याद नहीं आया. But anyway. Thank you. And let's test all of that. Ooh, yep. All of the testers working fine. And so thanks to Ujjwal. Ujjwal OP in the chat, boys. Ujjwal OP. स्पैम करो सभी. दो ही तो बंदे हैं, क्या स्पैम करोगे? So you have been watching the solution for this video, like all that time. Where was you gone? You was watching the tutorial. All right. Anyway. What a useless guy. Anyway. Why I am doing this in my live stream? Send activation email URL, okay? Focus for now. Then you have to get a user API, send activation email. What was the name of the URL? Send activation email. So send activation email. Yep, खुद ही करेंगे. Activation email. And reversed URL, what will be the reversed URL for that? So for just self dot assert equal reverse and dot func. Now what this should be equal to? This should be equal to send activation email. Okay, 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 okay. Let's test this. Reverse. क्या यार, पाइथन तू इतने भी एक ई की वजह से तूने सारा टेस्ट खराब कर दिया. So send activation emails required. What the hell did it required? Nothing. So for in the test, what is the returning? Resolve 404. Why 404? Focus, guys. Focus. Sorry. We have to do this. Reverse URL. Sorry. And we have to resolve that. Okay. Sometimes people get confused between this resolve and reverse. Now it's working good. Okay. So if you don't understand that, you are a noob. Oh, what was that name? उस यूट्यूबर का क्या नेम था? What was his name? Miller something. What is this? Yes, this Samuel Miller, this guy actually shouts like, "You are a noob." Anyway, test. Now what we want to test? Now we want to test activate. Okay, so what should we do? Test activate user account URL. Okay, self and then URL user API activate. Now reversed URL will resolve that. Now self dot assert equal to resolve that URL, and sorry, that's verify verify. Ujjwal, I think you should sleep. You are in Adi Neend. Resolve that. I think this should work. Oh, we forget arguments. Args. Which two arguments? Okay, we need two arguments. And what was the like UUID and token? What will be that? UUID can be something random if we want, and token obviously we don't know what will be the token, so you can just go like this. Yep, yep, that working. So let's create ketchup. So let's commit our messages here. Mm, okay, let's insert an emoji test tube. Okay, and now we are going to get push, and now what we have to do is like go to GitHub, go to Mumble API. If we go to a forked repo, fetch and merge. Okay, let's merge this. Okay, 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 firstly let git pull, git push. Oop, everything working fine. Okay, now let's contribute, open PR. Test for users URLs. I created some test for users URLs and did some correction in the urls.py. Okay, users, we don't know urls, test corrections. Okay, create a PR for now. Check the availability to merge the branch, merge pull request, and obviously we want to use this emoji. We want to look cool. So let's insert this here and here. Okay, now let's merge that. You see, yep, test for users you created, bang. So I think now you will have an idea how the testing works. And if I go through, so we left like for reviews, so there is still pending something for views, and we will do later on. Okay, so for now I am just leaving the stream, and we'll do that later.